Welcome one, welcome all. We are about to start another installment of our 4-1-3 Championship Series. I am Octave. I am joined by Rad. Rad, how are you feeling today?
I am feeling pretty good. I will be playing this match, Octave, so I'm getting ready here.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, we did actually play this game we are about to see a couple hours ago. However, the only people who actually know the score of this game are the players. So, of course, that means Rad does know that because we are about to see 4-3 Catalyst go up against WVU Mountaineers, which is they're two of the, I would say, higher tier squads in this tournament. So I think we're in for an exciting one today.
Yeah, I think you absolutely are. Like you said, we actually just played this match. We just played it just now. It's pretty much straight out of the game here that we are bringing this to you live. So this is fresh. This is brand new. But I have to say this is a battle between rank 2 and rank 3. So I expect the fights to be good, the plays to be good. I expect an exciting match.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm definitely expecting a very good match today. Before we head into that, let's check real quick on our standings. Of course, 4-3 Havoc still in that dominant first position, 8-0 for them. But the two squads that are the subject of today's stream, we have WVU Mountaineers and 4-3 Catalyst, both of which with pretty solid records. WVU at 5-1, 4-3 Catalyst at 5-2. So we're gonna see if Catalyst can, equalize these standings. If they're able to beat WVU Mountaineers today, that will catapult them into the number 2 spot in this league. So
Potentially.
a lot of big implications for this game today.
Yeah, so basically Catalyst would have to beat WVU with a map differential of, I want to say at least 2 maps. That would bring WVU down to 10 map differential and Catalyst up to 11. So that's the score that Catalyst needs to get, 3-1 or 3-0 to overtake WVU. If there's any other score, that means that WVU would stay in that number 2 position with a map differential of, depending on the outcome of that match. But this has implications for the playoffs. Now, the actual playoff structure has not yet been announced. We are getting close to that announcement, however. I can tell that it matters in which position you end up at the end of the regular season, because the lower you end in the rankings, the more of a fight it's going to be for you to be able to make that first spot and that number 1 prize. So, and that transpires throughout the entire rankings, meaning, whether you finish 3rd or 2nd will mean that you have either an easier or a harder time winning that tournament at the end of the day.
Yeah, certainly. So I mean, these seedings definitely big implications for this match. 2 of the higher tier teams, of course. So, for sure, definitely going to be an exciting one today. That being said, I think we can take a quick look at the fixtures for this week as well. So, of course, earlier this week we have seen 4-3 Riot get taken down by 4-3 Havoc. UAH Charger Blue taking down Ascent in a 3-0 Unihaven Varsity over Batted Overwatch, of course, because, Batted Overwatch is no longer in the tournament, unfortunately. And 4-3 Nightshade took down Potatoes in 3 maps as well. So far this week, we've only seen 3-0s. So I'm hoping that this week we can break that trend and get a good series today.
You definitely will get a good series today. I can't wait. But this is just a look at the strengths, the individual team strengths for this week. To get a better look at the overall strength and what we think and what we feel the teams have performed so far in the 4-3 Esports Championship Series, we're gonna have to definitely take a look at the Rogue Energy Power Rankings. Power Rankings are brought to you by Rogue Energy. Don't forget to use code 4and3esports for 10% off your purchase. I can tell you right now, Octave, I've been sipping on that Rogue Energy for the match, and I'm hyped. I'm ready to go. Now, looking at the actual implications of the Rogue Energy Power Rankings, I don't think much would change. Regardless of what the outcome here is, we are looking at a top tier tier S and tier A matchup today between WVU and Catalyst. I think if Catalyst managed to beat WVU, they would move up and WVU would move down. If WVU would manage to beat Catalyst, I don't, WVU cannot go up any higher. Catalyst going down to, an S tier team, I don't think would really drop them down per se. WVU are a strong team, and they have proven that so in over the course of the tournament.
Yeah, certainly, and especially it comes down to the performance as well. Of course, if WVU manages to sweep in a 3-0 or something like that, or if Catalyst is able to make it close, then we're gonna have to see about those implications in the power rankings. But for right now, of course, WVU still sitting pretty in the S tier, which I think they rightly deserve.
Hold on. Sweep Catalyst?
Hey,
Nuh-uh.
I'm saying possibly it could happen. You never know. I mean, of course, I know because you just played in this game, but of course, don't spoil the score for me because I don't know what it is yet.
I definitely will not. So yeah, that brings us to the caster predictions. Octave, what do you think is going to happen here?
Oh boy. I gotta say that the favorite I would say for this one is definitely WVU. However, there's some upset potential here. I could definitely see 4-3 Catalyst making this one close or even beating WVU. That being said, I don't know if I don't know if I trust 4-3 Catalyst to pull this one out, so I'm still gonna have to go with WVU on this one. I'm sorry, Rad.
You are forgiven. WVU is the Mountaineers are a strong team. Yeah, no one's going to argue, with that. I think that even if you were to put them up against the number one squad in the league right now, I would not be able to call the outcome of that match, regardless of the fact that the number squad is there for a reason. It could go either way. But we're not talking about that match. We are talking about WVU versus the number 3, which is 4-3 Catalyst, and what kind of a team manager would I be if I were to go for WVU in a prediction here? I gotta go with 4-3 Catalyst. 4-3 Catalyst all the way, Octave. I cannot go against my own team.
Yeah, fair. And plus, you know the outcome anyway, so I mean, is it really a prediction at that point? You gotta go with your own team, of course.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, before we actually go into the match here today, guys, we are going to go to a quick intermission while we go and check on our our play-by-play suspect, who will be taking over for me for the cast of the match. Now, obviously, I should not be casting my own game, so we will go into a 3-minute intermission. We will be right back.
Welcome back, everyone. We are just about ready to start map number 1 of this series, WVU Mountaineers going up against 413 Catalyst. Of course, I again am Octave, but I am now joined by Suspect. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good, Suspect. I'm super excited to see this matchup. You know, it's a real tester to see if Catalyst can make that same kind of climb that Nightshade recently did in the standings, you know, up in that next tier. A really big upset potential, because I think Catalyst is a really strong team, but also, like, you know, WVU is quite the steep opponent, so it'll be interesting to see which team comes out on top.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think we're in for a fantastic series today. We are starting on Ilios, so very interesting map choice. And yeah, we are just about to start, and yeah, perfect.
Now,
so 30 seconds till we go out the door.
both teams running a ball comp there. That's kind of peculiar. Diva versus the Monkey. So we see like a theoretical difference in the ball makeup here. So where one is the ball is the main tank and you're looking to dive with it, and the other one, the ball is kind of the off tank, just trying to create disruption in the back line. It'll be interesting to see which team achieves their vision more eloquently here.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. You don't tend to see a lot of Wrecking Ball comps, especially in this tournament, but we're going to see what these two teams can do on that. Of course, now both these teams are going to meet on point. Wizard Beast is on this Pharah, so that could, of course, be a difference maker. However, Wilson on that Widowmaker in a fantastic position to shut him down. So, KO9 going to hop into the back line right away. Not going to waste any time here. Nade is out, but doesn't catch anyone. Not quite anyone dead yet, but everyone is low as KO9 goes down. Rad as well, and the Brave Monk is just going to clean up this backline, catching both supports. Sino down to Geno Friend as well, and looks like WVU Mountaineers, they're going to be capturing this objective first, as Reluctance a little bit low on that ball.
Yeah, and it's something we've already seen, like, the difference there. So KO9 dives in with his team, with the Brave Monk, kind of like featuring that off tank, whereas Reluctance just went into the backline and spent that whole time dueling Wilson. He got the kill eventually, but it just wasn't enough. The team kind of fell over in that time. So maybe there's something fundamental here that Reluctance needs to change.
Yeah, possibly. Sino with an early pick on Axe. That's a fantastic headshot from the Echo, but KO9 is going to catch Rad in the backline. So, both teams are even as of right now. Wizard Beast still raining down these bullets from the high ground, of course. Brave Monk going to catch Sino on the low ground. And Wilson will as well get Midnight Mare. No supports left alive for 4-3 Catalyst. Wilson is going to catch another one onto Wizard Beast. And now 4-3 Catalyst, they're falling over.
Yeah, so now we see, like, the reason why the WVU are so renowned for this composition of theirs is because they have this 5-man dive team that basically just attacks your core, and then Wilson in the background just achieving dominance. So you either have to handle the 5-man or you have to handle Wilson. But if you don't handle Wilson, he's going to pop off and tear your team apart.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. We've seen Wilson pop off on that Widowmaker several times before. Nade going to come out early, catches Rad, but no one really in position to capitalize on unless KO9 can do it, which he can with help from Access. That's a fantastic pick for Wilson's down in the backline to Sinox 6. And now both teams going to clash on this objective. Both teams down one. Reluctance going to let out those mines. Fertile using the nano, but who was the recipient? It's KO9, and he's going to swing in, use those mines as well, just try to cancel them out. Geno Friend will go down to Wizard Beast, but he's very low. Brave Monk catches them. Both these teams still even on this objective. Primal Rage is out from the Brave Monk. Is he going to be able to get anything done with it as Rad goes down to KO9? It looks like the picks are going the way WVU Mountaineers, but there's still a few members of Catalyst left alive. Can they get something done? 92%. This is going to be last fight here. Catalyst is able to get the flip, but the picks are still going the way of WVU Mountaineers. Wizard Beast is down to KO9 as well. The copy from Sino 6 is going to get kicked out, and Sino will fall as well. Reluctance on the ball, going to try to stall this one out for as long as possible. It looks like this is going to be last fight. As soon as WVU Mountaineers is going to gets this point back, they're going to be very close to finishing this map. And, well, a couple of ults from both sides. A Rad, Midnight Mare both down. That's both supports. That's a knife in the back of 4-3 Catalyst. It looks like point number 1 might go the way of WVU Mountaineers if something doesn't happen soon. Me98 is down, Wizard Beast is down, and now there's just the stragglers left. Reluctance is just about ready to stall the objective on the Wrecking Ball, which he will swing in and do so. But these are just the staggers now. He will get naded and will probably eventually fall. Timer is going down. Take that number 1.
Now,
Point number 1, I should say.
It was practically a really close match there. We watched both teams going at it head to head, and in all honesty, it was like 100% to 16. So something's going wrong. I think Wizard Beast is kind of getting shut down a lot. And you're dedicating a Mercy Pocket to it, right? So if Wilson's able to take, the whole Far Mercy out of the fight for a lot of it, then you're just running like a 4v5 at that point, and that's something that they're losing. So they maybe should be looking to switch it up.
Yeah, I agree. Rad as well. Glass Cannon really, KO9 was really able to take advantage of that weak spot on the Zenyatta. Very frail character. And now Rad's going to head over to the Lucio, which is definitely not a bad idea. Way less diveable. There is less damage to go around for their side, but they are not going to be down to support every fight. Me98 is going to get dove on the high ground, but KO9 gets very low. So both teams going to try to take this middle area. It looks like Vertile's in a little bit of trouble here, but Midnightmare is going to go down to Wilson on the Sombra. And now Wizard Beast in a lot of trouble as well. Wilson will claim him as well. Cynox 6, very low. Is Wilson going to be able to get that as well? Possibly, as Vertile catches Rad with the anti-nade. And Reluctance is going to try to stall out this point, but it looks like WVU is going to get the first capture percentage on the objective.
Good God, and Wilson just seems to be going off right now. That's not something we really know him to be as a Sombra player, but he's showing it here and is showing it well. This is definitely the kind of composition that a little more makes sense. We're not seeing so much unorthodox picks, and Wilson's just
look at that sleep. Look at the sleep onto Reluctance from Vertile, and Axis is going to be able to finish that off. Fantastic plays. And yeah, 4-3 Catalyst, they're going to have to back up into spawn. Midnightmare is going to swap over to the Baptiste, and the entire team is going to swap over to the Brawl. Reluctance on the Reinhardt.
And, I think this is a pretty good swap from Catalyst here. We're going in, and they're going to be a lot harder to dive. That said, with a big anti like that, there's just a lot of angles that they have to be careful if they play this too slowly.
Oh, Access goes down to Cynox 6. That's a fantastic pick right there. The flashbang is no joke. The range on it is rather large, but Rad gets moved off the edge of the map by Chinofran. Vertile, however, is down to Reluctance, and everyone from 4-3 Catalyst is so low. The EMP is out, and the Brave Monk can capitalize on it. That's 3 for him. That's 4 for him. Alongside the mech as well, Chinofran will catch Cynox 6, and that's another fight won for WVU Mountaineers.
Absolutely fantastic play, and it's amazing to see how this team can just slot in Vertile, the former DPS player, onto this support player when someone who we thought was so important, 7-11, is subbed out. So it'll be interesting to see, it's amazing to see actually how well they're doing, and the nade goes up again. He keeps going for these high nades, and they're perfect to heal Brave Monk up.
Yeah, absolutely, and just the cooldown management is great from them. Immortality feels out early from Midnightmare, but the nade! The 5-person nade! And they're going to be able to capitalize on that for sure. Cynox 6 is down, Midnightmare, Rad, Me98, Reluctance, they're all down. Vertile, the usual DPS player, is insane.
Absolutely, these nades have been the victory sealing point of all of these fights. He hits them consistently, and you need to have someone to handle this threat.
Someone has to touch, and no one can. The boot from Chinofran is fantastic to keep Rad off the objective. No one's going to be able to touch for 4-3 Catalyst, and handily, WVU Mountaineers is going to take map number 1 on Ilios.
Absolutely, and I think if you're a Catalyst fan, that one was a little difficult to watch, but I wouldn't get too discouraged yet because there's a lot of good pieces there to work with. They made some good comp swaps, just not quite the right kind of target focus, and I think Vertile's just being able to get away with murder in their backline right now.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. The WVU Mountaineers, they just look so coordinated right now. The dives are fantastic. And, of course, Vertile on that Ana, absolutely fantastic. Of course, don't normally see him on the support role, but, well, he's proving that he's not a one-trick pony. That being said, I want to thank Winsy, Rad, Twid, Prism, Scythe, all of you guys for those subs, because that is fantastic. Thank you very much for those.
Yeah, absolutely. We really appreciate you guys out there, and come on out. 4-3 is definitely the experience you want to be. Then hit those subs, catch more matches, and maybe sign up for our Discord and see if you can get into the Academy team. I know they're hungry for new tryouts right now.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. That being said, before we head into map number 2, we are going to be going into a quick 1-minute intermission. We are going to try to make the intermissions between maps relatively short, just because, of course, they are not happening live. So, that being said, we are going to go into a quick 1-minute intermission. So do not leave your seats, and we will be right back. Alright, welcome back everyone. We are ready, head into map number 2 of this series. We've got WVU Mountaineers and we have got 413 Catalyst. We are Kings Row. So Suspect, what do you think we're going to see here?
Well, first of all, I'd like to talk about the composition that the defense is on currently. We're coming out here on Kings Row. You're expecting brawls. Brawl, 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 brawl. And we've seen some dive. So, WVU, known for running wacky comps. I'm excited to see what they're going to run.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And I think we're in for an exciting map here. Of course, most teams tend to run the brawl here, but I gotta say, lately, we've seen a few teams try some experiments on this map. We've seen some dive, we've seen some double bubble on this map, but very interestingly, we have got WVU Mountaineers, very interesting comp. They're on a double shield with that Reinhardt, so they're gonna be running the Rein, Orisa, Ash, Bap, Brig, but here's the kicker, the Bastion. A hero that you don't tend to see a lot whatsoever. So yeah, we're gonna see how this works out for them.
Yeah, I prefer what Catalyst is doing here. I think Catalyst is gonna win this fight solely off maybe where the Brave Monk's positioned. He should get walled for that, but also like Axis is on low ground, so if they just play this fast enough tempo, the Diva's just gonna nom all that damage. So they don't get the early wall off on the Brave Monk. Kind of sad about that, but they see the Bastion now, and this is what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to play this calculated now, manage their resources correctly. There's the Fire Strike, and there's a quick engage.
Oh, the Brave Monk is down by Me98. That is fantastic right there. That's how you use resources effectively with the wall. KO9 will catch Me98, but Axis is down. That's a lot of your team's damage already out of the fight. As Vertile will go down as well to ban. KO9 falling as well. And that's going to be 4-3 Catalyst, hastily taking point number 1.
Yeah, and of course, and I think at the heart of that loss, such a swift loss, honestly, was that first point, even Bastion positioning, but then the composition as well. Now we see this full swap over to the Brawl, but Wilson is on this Ash pick still, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of value he can get. He's kind of taking an off angle already, looking for some poke, but now it's kind of a main angle. You gotta get, Ash has to be repositioning at this point, so they're looking to hold this archway. It's hard to do without a Mei, and Catalyst have the answer. Shizzy, of course, being a grotesque kind of Mei player.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Like, that wall on first point was fantastic from Shizzy just to keep their team away from all that damage. Here's the Bob from Wilson, going to get on its objective. That's a fast build, as both the beat and window are going to come up from the side of 4-3 Catalyst. Rad, with that beat, able to keep everyone up. Both immortality fields are down. The Shatter gets walled up by Shizzy. That's a fantastic play right there. And no one is going to get caught by that. There's the bomb from Reluctance into the backline. Catches Wilson. That's a fantastic pick. The Brave Monk down as well to Shizzy. Karsu will go down, but is it going to be enough as Gino Fran will fall to Me98? And 4-3 Catalyst, that's another fight win for them. Off of a fantastic ult cancel by Shizzy.
A fantastic ult cancel, but I also like to highlight Rad. You know, they use that beat to engage in the fight, which is, I totally agree with. I think it's one of the strongest ultimates when you engage with it. And Vertile had nothing to answer with it. You know, we saw him be such a hard carry on the map before, and now he's lacking behind. And most of it's because of that compositional switch, but now Rad's about to lap him in beats. So Rad's just really putting a team diff on his back right now. And if he gets that beat up, like, beats a fight winner all on its own. Just like Grab, which speaking of, they have going into this.
There's the Blizzard. Out early, Axis catches Fan with the Deadeye. That's a fantastic pick, but Vertile is down to Karsu. No more beat charge for him, as Axis is down as well. Yeah, everyone from WVU is just going to fall. And of course, Vertile still not up at that beat yet. Of course, had to switch off of the Brig originally. However, Rad has already lapped him, I should say, in the beat charge, which is unfortunate. But we are going to see if Vertile can really turn this around after having to switch off of that Brig.
Absolutely. And we're also coming up to a Grab Dragon here, so that could be really huge if we can play this correctly. A great engage.
They're going to speed him around the wall. Can he catch anyone? He catches Wilson. That's exactly what you want to see. Fantastic speed from Rad alongside Karsu. Oh, the grab is eaten! The grab's eaten by Reluctance. KO9 tried to use it, but the Grab Drag is no more. Reluctance able to eat that one. Oh, wait. There's a DC.
It appears the DC and the swift fill coming in from Rockfire, but Reluctance goes through.
KO9 Fertile both down to Reluctant. They are pushing this objective steadily as of right now. Dragon's going to come in from Wilson just to try to stall this one out, but is it going to be enough? Brave Monk, Gino Fran both down. And
That's the second beat. That's the second beat.
Fertile's going to be able to touch, but he's down. KO9 on the Wrecking Ball, swinging around, going to try to stall this one out for as long as he possibly can. But he goes down to Hawkshaw on that Reinhardt. Yeah, Axis going to try on that May to get something done here, but the members of WVU, they're on their way back. Fertile using that beat. And the boop from Fertile, he catches Fan. Both supports are down for Catalyst. And now, the fight's going the way to WVU right now. Axis is very low, but everyone is frozen up as of right now. Hawkshaw down to the Brave Monk, and the Blizzard's up from Shizzy. Might want to have that one back. I don't know if this one's quite winnable anymore. Wilson able to catch 2 close to the end of that fight, but that's all that can be said.
Yeah, I would say perhaps the May ult from Shizzy was a bit of an over-ult, but if you're looking at the rest of the economy, it seems pretty even right now, except for the part where KO9's on this Ball. So Ball in Ryan Ball just kind of like makes the Ryan a feeder because he has no peel, no help. You know, a lot of pressures on the Ball to make disruption, and in a coordinated Overwatch team, it's just not going to happen fast enough. And of course, this Coalescence coming up for Jennifer could be big. But Hawkshaw's already got shattered. So they're fighting like a losing battle. It's all on Axis in this May ult here. The shatter gets blocked, which is huge.
Yeah, there's the Deadeye onto Vertile as well, going to catch him. Blizzard's out from Axis, isn't going to catch anyone. Everyone's frozen up, but the bomb is out from Reluctance to try to keep everyone up. Hawkshaw will go down to the Brave Monk, but the picks are going the way of 4 and 3 Catalyst. Gino Fran, KO9 on that Ball, and Moira both going to go down, and Vertile, the only one left, will eventually go down. Now, 5 people on this objective. Someone's got to touch here. It's gonna be Wilson. No, it won't. They're going to capture the objective. And I just want to say, in one of those fights close to the end there, we did see Me98 actually DC on that one. And of course, in a live match, that would have gone to an automatic pause. However, since we are using these replay codes, match just continued, and Hawkshaw did get put in on the Reinhardt as the sub. So yeah, a little bit, if you were confused there, want to make sure we cleared that up.
Absolutely, and I got one thing to say for that final fight there. Karsu! This man doesn't miss! He's got a window, and he doesn't miss. He just shredded WVU.
Yeah, that guy, he does not miss. The guy on Kree, is there anything he can't do on the hit scan? Karsu, he hits shots left and right. You really can't stop the guy. Of course, actually, one of the most popular clips we've had on this channel is Karsu hitting many shots in a row to take down an ulting Sigma. So, yeah, that guy does not miss.
Now it looks like Wilson's looking for this early pick. If he can get it, I don't think that anyone of 4 and 3 Catalyst is going to peek their heads out. And Hawkshaw has moved over to this Zarya, something we haven't really seen from Catalyst so far, but it mirrors the KO9 Zarya, so it should be okay theoretically. Not going to be able to eat grabs or eat May ults, but the overall damage output should be higher.
Yeah, and I'm relatively certain. I don't think Hawkshaw is a diva player. I think he's much more comfortable on that Zarya role. So, and yeah, Hawkshaw definitely proven himself on that off-tank position, that he really knows what he's doing. So both these teams going to clash on the objective. Through Hotel comes WVU. Immortality Field is out, but it's not going to be enough because KO9 is down. The Brave Monk will also fall. Karsu going to be able to catch both supports. Gino Fran and Vertile both down to him. And yeah, it's going to be fight number 1 going the way of 4-3.
Been watching VOD reviews right now. I'm telling you, they anticipated that rotation so cleanly, and they were like, hey, you know what? Our first round offense went pretty well. Let's do it again.
Yeah, I agree that they knew exactly what they were doing. They're able to shut that one down nicely. There's both walls going to come out. KO9 is very, very low, but the Immortality Field is going to keep him up. Fantastic one from Gino Fran. The Shatter is out. Won't catch anyone, though. He did a little bit of a bunny hop there. I don't know if that was intentional, but Wilson will go down to Karsu. He's in a little bit of an odd position for a Widowmaker, but now 4 and 3 Catalyst. They're on the offensive here. Both walls are out. Fan getting a little bit low, but will survive. WVU are just going to kite this one. It looks like they're just going to wait for Wilson and come back on the McCree, and then they're going to come back in.
Yeah, I don't know about this patience here from 4 and 3 Catalyst. I think they should have taken that engage at the 5v6, but now they take an engage. The wall's up. It's a great wall from Shizzy.
Shatter's blocked.
Blocks the Shatter. What an amazing play. They kite this window well, but Rad not quite getting out of that hammer swing range, and Axis is going to clean up a reluctancy. That's just unlucky.
Yep, and now WVU, it looks like this is cleanup time for them as Karsu is down. The window is out from Fan, so it looks like they are gonna try to fight this one out, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Because WVU, they're pushing up. Wilson will catch Shizzy in the backline. Unless it looks like they might be able to get a recontest here, but no, they're not gonna be able to. They're just gonna back up.
Of course, it seems like Shizzy's gonna get good spawn. Yeah, he did. Awesome. So now the alt rotation coming in big right now as the whole of Catalyst has every tool they could ever ask for to win this, except for Wilson in the back line. About to break
Wilson! That is a flank and a half. Karsu is down to Wilson. But look at this. Rad is going to try to clean him up, and the beat's out as a response to the grab. Everyone is frozen up. Is the beat going to be enough? The Immortality Field's out as well, but the Shatter is fantastic. It catches more, but is anyone going to go down? Still no casualties in this fight. Van's Mortality Field is down. Grabs on surge from Hawkshaw. Fertile will go down to Reluctance. So that's fantastic from him there. Look, the Brave Monk is frozen up. Will go down. Reluctance. Both Rhines are going to fall. But the bubble is out onto Wilson, and he catches two. That's a great use of the bubble. Now WVU, they're going to push this one forward.
Absolutely, and there's so many ults invested into that little archway, and you can see how much teams really value holding that archway. As we saw beats from both teams, and Rad already at 42%, might I highlight that, but both teams grabbed, both teams may ulted. Now we're going into this pretty much fresh. The only thing that we're really looking at is the window and the high noon. So we'll see what kind of magic they can make in this. There's a window.
And the wall's out, but is it going to be enough? As Fan goes down, but KO9 is also down. So this fight is now even. Window not quite going to be used, and they're going to take the space in front of it as Wilson is down to Karsu, a great flashbang. Shizzy is going to catch a headshot from Axis, so this fight is still even. Karsu's still sitting on this Dead Ice. This one's going to have to be huge for him if they want to win this fight. The Brave Monk getting low, but won't go down, but Reluctance will. Uses the Shadow, which gets blocked. There's the Shatter on the other side of things from the Brave Monk. Is going to catch Hawkshaw, but will be kept alive by that Immortality Field from Mathan. Now, 4-3 Catalyst, they can still fight this one. They have some numbers. They have the ultimate. Hawkshaw has that grab. Karsu has the Deadeye. Rad going to beat in response. The Graviton surges out as well. Karsu gonna opt to use that Deadeye as Reluctance is off the side of the map somehow. Rad, Shizzy, Hawkshaw all going to fall. Only 2 members left for 4-3 Catalyst, which will both fall, and WVU Mountaineers are going to take point number 2.
And that's where, perhaps ulting, you know that old saying, never press 2 Qs at the same time when you could press 1 and then press another one later. So we saw Hawkshaw and we saw Rad both ult at the same time, the Grav and the Beat at the same time, huge abilities, fight winners all on their own, but then Axis just May ulted, and they couldn't really engage on the Grav, and their Beat kind of got drained out, so it was 2 ults for 1 at that point, and Axis is just winning that trade.
Deadeye's out from Wilson, going to get sped around by Vertile and catches 2. Karsu and Than both down. WVU Mountaineers they're going to take some fantastic positional advantage here. Brave Monk is low, but the Immortality Field keeps him up as Reluctance is going to fall. Hawkshaw as well, and now it's stall time now for 4-3 Catalyst. Rad going to try to stall this one out as long as physically possible. 0.09 meters left on the objective, and they will cap it. 2 minutes, 27 seconds on the board for WVU.
Absolutely. Ever since that patch went through where, if 2 teams are above the 2-minute mark, then they both go down to, the lowest player goes down to 2 minutes, and then it's whatever remaining for the other one. So now, we see shorter games and not like the 4 or 5 minute time banks on both sides. That some teams are just better at offense. And in all honesty, right now, WVU is looking much better at offense than they did defense.
Yeah, very, very true. However, only a 27-second difference. So, I mean, definitely 4-3 Catalyst, they're no slouches in terms of their offense. So, 2 seconds before we can reveal what these teams are going to be running. It looks like they're both going to be on the Brawl, the same old, same old. The Reinhardt Zarya, I do believe Shizzy is probably going to head over onto the May, and then the Bap Lucio on both sides.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you, and I'd like to highlight this main tank duel right now. The Brave Monk and Reluctancy, 2 absolute units of a main tank player, both kind of with similar play styles and both actually with similar peaks as SR-wise goes. They are truly the focal points of these 2 teams, and we can see them going back and forth, blocking each other's shatters. No one's really, been able to clutch out a big 6-man like we've seen so many times from other teams. It's just been short, small, econ shatters, we call them.
Yeah, we haven't really seen a whole lot of gigantic shatters like we normally do on King's Row. Brave Monk was able to hit one, but I think that was just because Reluctance was frozen, if I'm not mistaken. So both these Ryans definitely very apt at blocking these shatters, and 4-3 Catalyst, they're going to take their sweet time. And now they're going to hop in, they're going to head around this statue on the left side and rush in.
Yeah, and that seems like an early wall, doesn't really catch anyone, so they're just going to go right around it and pass it. Wilson's on the flank, though.
Oh, Wilson on the flank, catches Than and Reluctance. That's a play and a half from the McCree player. Wilson will fall, but Shizzy and Hawkshaw will as well. That's a trade you'll take any day of the week, and now Karsu's going to try to cower, but he can't run, he can't hide, and he will go down to KO9.
Yeah, absolutely no escape for the man who cannot miss, but absolutely fantastic flanks coming out from Wilson right now, and it seems like he's not doing much else. So if they just dedicated Karsu to like turning around every once in a while, perhaps WVU wouldn't be doing this successfully.
Yeah, we're gonna see what 4-3 Catalyst can do on this next attack. Reluctance getting low, but is going to get healed back up. Still no Immortality Field used. That's a fantastic save. Now, shield from the Brave Monk will get broken and will go down, but Rad gets caught by the window fire strike. So both these teams are even, and Wilson catches two through the window. Hawkshaw and Karsu both falling. And Wilson with a third onto Shizzy. This guy is absolutely insane with the help from the window of Gino Fran. 25 seconds left on the board, and 4-3 Catalyst look lost, but Reluctance is going to get that shatter and catches Vertile with it. He's going to use that spawn advantage to their advantage here. Reluctance will go down, but will respawn faster than Vertile will. Grav is out. There's the Deadeye as well, but the wall from Shizzy is going to keep everyone safe, as well as the Immortality Field. Blizzard's out. Someone has to touch. The Shatter's out. Wilson, Shizzy. Wilson's going to catch two. One with the Deadeye, one without, and no one can touch. The Blizzard was fantastic. Great aggression as well. No one from 4-3 Catalyst was able to touch, and no percentage accrued for them.
Yeah, and that's the kind of DEFCON 1 scenario now, because it's a winner draw if you're going to be on, if you're WVU right now. So they're coming into this really confident. But right now, it's like, if you're Catalyst, you just got attacked. Like, they never had a real chance to really group up and get another fight. They just kind of, like, slowly streamlined, got aggressively attacked. Like, that was a fantastic aggressive defense from WVU, in all honesty.
Yeah, I am inclined to agree with that, of course. I love the aggression. I mean, that's exactly what you need from this Brawl comp. That's exactly what the Lucio is for, to come in, just aggress, and just, you know, run into the enemy team and just get those picks. And now it's 4-3 Catalyst's turn to defend. 2 minutes, 27 seconds that they have to defend for, and they cannot give up a tick here.
So in all honesty, Octave, if I was in this kind of situation and all I needed to do to hold them for 2 minutes and 27 seconds, which is like barely enough time to build a Grab Dragon, if you're playing it right, Sim Bastion's an option. Sim Bastion is an absolute option if I'm Catalyst right now, but they seem to be opting against it. They are not as cheesy or as grotesque as I am, perhaps, and they're on the standardized Brawl, not playing in the same position as they were last time. Perhaps they're not expecting, you know, the same trick won't work twice. That said, usually one-trick ponies are one-trick ponies for a reason, so that's interesting. They seem to be edging out. WVU not really sure where it wants to go yet. There's a great wall.
But he will just barely manage to slip past that wall. But on the other end of things, Hawkshaw's caught. Will get caught by that wall from Axis and goes down. Vertile, however, is down on the other side of things. So Gino Friends and Mortality Field down as well. So this fight is now even. And yeah, WVU, they're just going to kite this one out. They're going to wait for Vertile, and now they're going to come back in. Reluctance is walled off. Flashbang not going to connect, but both walls are out. Now, no casualties as of yet, but everyone is low for 4-3 Catalyst, and Reluctance goes down. Shizzy is down as well. All the dominoes are falling as of right now. WVU Mountaineers, they're cleaning up. The Immortality Field is out, but it's not going to be enough. Hawkshaw down. Wall is out, and the tick is accrued. WVU Mountaineers take map number 2 on King's Row.
And with surgical precision, you could almost say, like, I think they dragged that fight out a little bit too slowly. I think WVU played a little too slowly there for my liking, but in all honesty, they played it correctly. You know, they waited for resources to be in their favor. They waited for Catalyst to make a mistake and get over eager, and then they capitalized on it when Hawkshaw inevitably did.
Yeah, of course, that wall, absolutely fantastic from Shizzy, but if you get too aggressive, you run the risk of getting walled off yourself, and that's exactly what happened, and Hawkshaw gets punished for it.
It's another big reason that, you know, you see a lot of D.Va's these days, right? Because if D.Va gets walled, she flies over the wall, and then it's a waste of a cooldown. But Zarya getting walled, it can result in the end of a fight pretty swiftly, as we just watched. So it'll be interesting to see. Hopefully, Me98 figures out his internet connections or whatnot, and he can get back in here to play a little more D.Va in the Brawl comp. Because I think honestly, Hawkshot looked like he was in a much more favorable position when he was on Reinhardt.
Yeah, I will say the Zarya, it was quite good for most of that map. However, at the end, punished a little bit. So that being said, it is currently 2-0 for WVU Mountaineers. 4-3 Catalyst. They got to figure something out to try to turn this one around and possibly go for the reverse sweep. So that being said, we are going to head into an intermission before going into map number 3. But before we do that, just wanted to say, if you're tired, maybe grab some Rogue Energy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Rogue
definitely grab
Energy.
some Rogue Energy. Because if you want to buy some of that, you can use our code 413 Esports to get 10% off of your order over there. So make sure you don't miss out on that. So that being said, we are going to head into a quick intermission. So we will see you guys on the other end of that. Do not leave. welcome back, everyone. I hope you got your rogue energy with you and ready, because we're heading into map number 3 of this fantastic series. We've got WVU Mountaineers, and we have got 413 Catalyst. They're duking it out. It is currently 2-0 for WVU Mountaineers, and we are heading into Route 66, I should say, for Escort. We just played Kings Row.
Absolutely, and just like getting your kicks on Route 66 goes, I gotta say, Octave, my Rogue energy drink is going perfectly right now with my 413 Esports joggers. I'm looking stylish.
Yeah. If you're interested in that, of course, 413esports.com, our merch shop is linked down there if you want. If you want some of that, because everyone who has bought stuff from that shop have said that it's some quality stuff. So, yeah, definitely, if you're interested in that, make sure you go check that out.
But not only should you be interested in that, you should be interested in these comps, because I see a Sigma ball comp, but not being run as it's intended. It's Sig Hog ball. Oh, this is torturous. Oh, Catalyst, please no. Please don't do this. Okay, so theoretically, let's talk about this comp, Octave. Let's talk about it, okay? Because I need to have a conversation. So it looks like WVU's running an aggressive dive, which I kind of appreciate as they kind of push KO9 up here.
Yeah, it's just the double bubble, except instead of the Zarya, they are running the Diva. On the other end of things, I have heard that 413 Catalyst calls this comp their Angry Birds comp, which I gotta say is a perfect name. And they have used it to pretty good success as of yet, and Sino is going to strike early and find Axis with a fantastic headshot, as Mare will go down to Wilson, so this is even. Wizard Beast is low without that Mercy pocket from Midnight Mare.
Absolutely, and as much as I see this comp kind of getting a mild amount of success, I don't like the tank lineup. I don't like it. Like, you're just kind of relying on Sigma to do Sigma things and Ball to do Ball things. Like, I feel like this whole comp could be so much stronger if you just ran dive tanks with it. And then you would have something to engage with the Echo, and you could engage off of the Forest spam. Because right now it just seems like, you know, Ball's semi-engaging off of the Forest spam, kind of with the Echo, not really. And Hawkshaw is just trying to do damage, like he's sitting with Rad, and that kind of makes sense in the old meta fashion of, you know, it's a turret, but also covered by a shield. But it's not really working out that way, because it seems like Rad's getting attacked in the backline by Axis.
Yeah, KO9, Midnight Mare, Rad, all down. The Brave Monk is going to go down to Reluctance. So, of course, both these teams relatively even. Fertile will go down to Wizard Beast as well. 413 Catalyst looking relatively good in this fight so far. Sinox 6 is going to go down to Wilson, so this is even. These picks going back and forth right now. Sino's going to get rezzed up by Midnight Mare, but Rad is down to Axis. 413 Catalyst, they're still pushing this one forward because they do have the spawn advantage. So, picks, if they go both ways, yeah, definitely going to be an advantage for that attacking team as of right now. Nano is off onto the Brave Monk, and he's going to try to cause some havoc here.
This is one prolonged fight right now without any real moments of peace here. And as Axis has been forcing Rad to play a respawn timer, that's the 4th or 3rd death that Rad has before the fight even begins. You know, he's being rezzed up now, but this is not fun if you're Rad.
Yeah, it is not fun, of course, if you just have multiple members of the enemy team on you at all times. And Rad's down again to Vertile. Unfortunately, a fantastic volley from him. EMP is out from Axis and is going to catch a few. But everyone from Catalyst is falling right now. KO9, but Sinox 6 is trying to save this one here. Able to use that copy onto the Winston. Is going to try to hop around with this Primal Rage in the backline here. Is he going to be able to get anything done? Kicked out of the copy. But he's going to keep going in this backline. Genofran is going to get caught by him. Sino is just absolutely ravaging the enemy right now. Bomb is out from KO9 onto Midnight Mare. Will catch him. Or catch her, I should say. However, these picks still going both ways. Axis catches Reluctance as well. So now 4-3 Catalyst. Of course, same thing as before. If these picks go both ways, it's an advantage for the attackers here.
A slow but inevitable advantage, as it seems like the Brave Monk's going to take Rad out again. Rad is playing respawn time right now, and it's so depressing. I feel like there's a disconnect right now from Hawkshaw and Rad, and they're just not playing together, because Hawkshaw should be peeling for Rad, in all honesty. And if you're just going to abandon your Zen like this, you shouldn't be on the Sigma ball comp. You should just be on like a
Rad's
full
low
dive.
again. Oh no.
Oh my god,
Rad
dude.
is so sad.
It's been
I
like
feel-
4
I
minutes,
feel
and
so
that man
bad.
has like 8 deaths right now. It's been 4 minutes, and he has 8 deaths.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, if you're Rad, you are not happy right now. You are in fact very sad, and I feel that as a main support player myself. Midnight Mare in a little bit of trouble from the Brave Monk, but won't go down for it. Uses the Valkyrie to try to keep herself up. Fertile is down to Reluctance though. 6-4-1-3 Catalyst, they're getting the better of these picks right now. KO9 is down. Looks like, yeah, this is just cleanup time for them. Clock is ticking down, so they have 10 seconds left. However, they are moving this card forward. It looks like WVU is going to get a recontest here though.
With EMP, and that's the crucial part here, is EMP is a fight winner. If this one goes big, it could kill Rad and Hawkshaw almost immediately. They're all clumped up. I don't think they're really ready for it. EMP comes in. Harry Scoot, I imagine.
Use the catches 3. Wizard
Rad's
beats
dead
Rad,
again.
goes down to the Brave Monk and Wilson. Now 4-3 Catalyst, they're gonna have to turn this one around if they want to do anything. Fertile is down to Reluctance, so that's a start. Rad, he's res back up by Midnight Mare. But Wilson going crazy with the nano boost. He's just gonna try to put so much damage in the enemy team. He's got the Deadeye as well. He's gonna try to pull that one out, but gets taken down by Reluctance. A double ground pound there, of course, from him. And now they are gonna finally be able to capture the objective. Sino goes down, but 4-3 Catalyst, they have captured it.
Now, if I'm, in all honesty, being completely straight up with you right now, Octave, if I'm Catalyst, I'm switching. I don't want to be on this anymore. Rad's switching because he just wants to go home and cry, and Hawkshaw needs to kind of figure out what he's doing here because Rad is getting bombarded. They're on this Reaper Cree, which I kind of like if you're running Brawl, but if you're gonna stick this, I kind of hate because Reaper, I guess, can dive with Ball, but it's kind of sketchy, and then Axis is in your backline again, so Sino better be watching for that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's actually true. Rad is still on the Zenyatta. It looks like he's just gonna be keeping this ultimate. And yeah, now Axis is going to catch Psynox 6, so that's a fantastic pick there. But the picks are still going the way of 4-3 Catalyst. Reluctance, Wizard Beast both going to contribute. As Rad is down to KO9, Hawkshaw going to catch KO9 as well. These picks going both ways. Hawkshaw's still alive, just trying to put so much damage on the enemy team. 4-3 Catalyst, they're going even right now. It's currently a 2v1 on the objective. The Brave Monk is going to be able to get out of harm's way, but 4-3 Catalyst, they're going to push the card.
I'd like to point out that Axis is a bench player generally for WVU, and he just got 3 kills in a lost fight. Axis is going out of his mind right now, and Hawkshaw's down again.
Look at these kills! Yeah, everyone is down now. As the Brave Monk KO9 both going to contribute to this kill feed. WVU Mountaineers, they're going to successfully defend, and not a moment too soon.
It's kind of wacky comp. Like, it works in a short term if you have ultimates, but you got to get over your ultimates quickly and get onto an actual composition that makes fundamental sense. Now we see Reluctancy going over to the... No, screw me, right? Screw the Rhine. Don't go Brawl. We're going to go Sig Hog here, Poke, which theoretically works still, but why are you on... Why are... Catalyst! You better pop off with this, or I'm going to be kind of mad. Of course, it's going to be hard with the Axis with the EMP and the bomb coming over the top.
KO9 doesn't catch anything, but KO9 is down to Reluctance this hook. Flashbang going to catch both of them, but neither of them will go down. Gino Fran in some trouble right now because of Wizard Beast. Going to force out that Immortality field, but Catalyst are taking so much space right now. There's the Gravitic Flux from Hawkshaw, known to be a very good Sigma there, but the EMP is out. Catches Mare, catches Hawkshaw, catches Reluctance. Wizard Beast is down to Gino Fran. 4-3 Catalyst, they gotta figure something out here. Midnight Mare with the Coalescence is gonna catch Axis. And now 4-3 Catalyst, they have to try to get something done here. The picks, they're going both ways. Gino and Vertile both going to catch picks as well. Vertile onto Reluctance as well. The overtime bar is slowly but surely ticking down, but look! Oh my god! Look at the death block from Wizard Beast! He catches 4, he catches 5! Oh my god, Wizard Beast, what a clutch play! And they're going to capture the second point and go into point number 3, and just in the nick of time.
Octave, I need a retirement, dude.
Oh my
I need a retirement, dude. It's literally, it's nothing but 4-3 Catalyst. It's overtime. Big play time. Ah.
Oh, felt that. Oh, that will
was
ruin some
insane.
vocal cords. Oh
That
boy,
was
that was an
insane.
insane play.
Oh my god.
my.
Okay, now
Chills.
going into this
Goosebumps
though,
from that.
full reset on the ult economy. A minute remaining. There's a huge ante to begin this off. That's not really how you want to start this. Nobody has an ultimate right now. And Axis is in your backline.
Yeah, Axis currently in the backline. 50% up to that EMP. Teleporting behind, that's going to be Wizard Beast, going to try to get a pick here, but gets slept up. Dispatched by Genofran as well. Wilson is down to Synox. So, it is even both ways. 4-3 Catalyst. Looks like they want to aggress this one. They still got full supports. They still got their main tank for Reluctance. He gets hacked up. Bubbled by Hawkshot, and not a moment too soon. Genofran is down to Synox 6. Without your bat, that's so difficult to win a fight here. Your only healer left is Vertile on the Ana. And now 4-3 Catalyst. They aggress, and look at the anti-nade. It catches 3, but is anyone going to be able to capitalize on it? It doesn't look like it. As the Brave Monk is down to Reluctance, 4-3 Catalyst, they're getting the picks they need. 15 seconds left on the clock. Midnight Mare is pushing this cart forward, but Hawkshot's low.
Axis is ready with the CMP. He's in the backline right now. Sino doesn't know. Shatter comes out.
Shatter. 2 down. The EMP's out, catches 2, but is anyone going to be able to capitalize on this? The Nano Boost is going to catch onto the Brave Monk, but Synox 6 catches Axis. Brave Monk, Wilson both down to Wizard Beast. Now 4-3 Catalyst, they're in the driver's seat. 3 meters left to go. Bombs out from KO9. Will it catch anyone? It catches 1. It catches Midnight Mare. That's a start. Now Genofran is down to Synox 6 with a beat from Rad. That's going to keep everyone up. The only one left in the objective is KO9. However, there's so many reinforcements from the side of the WVU Mountaineers. The KO9 out of the spawn room, Axis as well. Now 4-3 Catalyst, they just got to clean this one up in time. Synox 6 is just hitting these shots left and right on the McCree. Wilson down, the Brave Monk on the ball, the only one left. As Genofran now out for the touch, and they will cap it. No time left on the clock for 4-3 Catalyst. Complete the map.
Octave, dude, I need a moment here.
Oh.
The Magic Man is in my lobby. Wizard Beast is insane. He's a wizard.
Oh, dear God.
He's a monster. He got 2 kills. He solidified that final push there. He killed like 4 in the stall. He killed 5 in the second point. He killed 3 at the start of the first point. Wizard Beast is the master of clutch. He's nothing but magic when the time comes right.
That is so true. That play on second point gave me chills. It gave me goosebumps, suspect, because that was nasty. Oh my, just to be able to pull up with a clutch play like that, that's the bread and butter of Overwatch. That is exactly what you want to see, and that just hypes me up.
Absolutely, and we're coming into this, and you gotta remember that it's escort. It is not hybrid, so just capping it all guarantees you a minute on your offense, which is exactly what you need to be in the kind of mindset, but they're doing it again. What is this composition? What are they doing? What? I give up. I give up. They've just put everyone on characters they're good at. Just go off, go be good, go carry, I guess. And it's kind of a very WVU strat here because they're doing kind of the same thing with an unorthodox dive into an unorthodox poke.
Yeah, they got the poke. Reluctance on this hog is going to be able to shut down some flankers. D.Va does not like to be hit with a hook because that is a lot of health gone. As well, Brave Monk does not have a bubble from Azaria to keep him up, so that's free range for Reluctance and Hawkshot to use those CCs that these 2 tanks have to really shut down this dive. And yeah, we've seen this poke comp from a few teams before. It's worked to varying levels of success, so we're going to see what they can do on it.
Absolutely, and it seems like it's well formulated for a counter dive, but in all honesty, like, why is everyone allergic to double bubble? What happened to that composition here? I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, Reluctance, he's in a world of trouble right now. Gets stunned up by Axis. Yeah, that's a fantastic anti-nade from Genofran. Going to be able to dispatch Reluctance there, and now, yeah, the kills are just flowing in for WVU now. Rad down to Vertile. Brave Monk gonna hop into the back line just to try to clean everyone up, and that's exactly what's gonna happen, it looks like.
Now we see Reluctance move over to the Reinhardt. Please tell me this is the significant moment where Catalyst says, yeah, let's play a composition that makes sense in the brain as well as in our hands, and we go brawl. Tell me this happens soon.
Yeah, well, Reluctance is on that Reinhardt. Hawkshot moving over to the Zarya as well. Rad's still on the break, so probably going to opt to use that rally before heading over to Lucio. So now 4-3 Catalyst, they're on this right side, and it looks like they're going to try to defend this from inside this room on the right-hand side, just to minimize this poke, of course. Very not diveable position here, windows out, but Sino gets melted, absolutely melted. Hawkshot, Wizard Beat are both so low, but the immortality for Midnight Mare keeps everyone up. That's fantastic for Reluctance is getting these kills right now. The Brave Monk in this small little room with the Primal Rage going to catch 2, and he's causing so much havoc. Goes down to Wizard Beast, but it's just too little too late because the picks are there for the Brave Monk. He caught 2, that's a fantastic trade. Brad is going to fall to Axis, and Axis with another one onto Wizard Beast as well. WVU Mountaineers comfortably rolling this point.
Absolutely, and that's kind of one of those hardships that you end up facing when you don't have a Lucio speed. Sino wants to aggress that backline. That's the right call, but he aggresses it too far and gets picked all on his own because he rolls and nobody else has a movement ability. So he's ahead of Reluctancy, and Reluctancy, you know, he fragged out in that match. He got 2, but it just wasn't enough when you're already down so many. Now they've got this high ground position, and Brave Monk's over to the Rhine, so we get more of that Rhine duel that I love to see. And Rad has Rally. Rally is such an influential ultimate, so it'll be crucial how they use this.
Yeah, armor building up. Sino catches Wilson. That's a great start. Catches another one. Gino Fran is down. Fertile as well. So now no supports for the side WVU. 4-3 Catalyst. Yeah, they're just going to clean up here. They've won a fight.
There's the win that we needed. Now, if I'm Rad, I'm going over and I'm switching to Lucio swiftly. The D-Mech and the stagger. Oh, what a horrible stagger on the poor KO9.
Oh, no.
Very unfortunate. Gonna have to go take a long drop off of a very steep edge of the map if I was him.
Oh, look, he's gonna try to aggress. He's trying to get that neck up, but goes down to Sino. Oh no, that's the aggression. That's exactly what I was afraid of, and KO9 goes down. Yeah, WVU Mountaineers, it looks like they're just gonna back up. They're gonna have to wait for their diva, because you just cannot aggress without your diva.
Yeah, off tanks are a crucial part of Overwatch as we until Overwatch 2 comes out, and you just need your off tank player if you're gonna play this right.
Yeah, absolutely agree. 4-3 Catalyst, they're taking a very bunkered position inside this this building here in the middle. Rally's out from Fertile, gonna try to build up all that armor, but not a whole lot of members are in it. There's the anti-nade coming out of Wizard Beast with 3, I should say, as Wizard Beast again on that Reaper really performing right now.
Absolutely, and I think we have a new signature hero for Wizard Beast. It's the man in black as it is. And of course, Sino finally starting to catch Axis on these flanks. We watched Axis rotate the way around the entire formation of the team, and Sino was there with the stun into the right click, and bye-bye Axis.
Yeah, bye-bye Axis indeed. 4-3 Catalyst still holding this one strong. 2 minutes on the clock for WVU Mountaineers. KO9 gonna try to push this cart. They're gonna have to force 4-3 Catalyst out of this building. Look at this fantastic defensive position for them. This is exactly what they need. They look so much more coordinated now than they did before. Dynamite's out from Wilson. Actually will catch Reluctance, so that's gonna force him to back up. Cart is still moving though, so 4-3 Catalyst, they're gonna have to get. But look at the shatter! And no one touches the Brave Monk. Oh my god, man! Let them live. Shatters everyone, and that's a forced C9 and a cleanup.
The Brave Monk just went off. The Brave Monk's brain is just bigger. Reluctancy sees the Brave Monk goes to shatter and then queues up his own shatter and gets his whole team shattered and loses his shatter in the progress. So the Brave Monk just wins. That was an MTD fight right there.
Yeah,
absolute outbrain.
Nasty, so nasty. And I mean, even if everyone didn't die there, they still didn't even touch the objective. So fantastic. Brad is out from Hawkshaw, going to catch a couple, as well as the flashbang coming out is going to catch Fertile. So Midnight Mare with the final blow on that one. Coalescence just gonna put so much healing and damage. And now 4-3 Catalyst, they got the positional advantage, but Reluctance's shield is very, very low right now. Now with WVU Mountaineers, they're just gonna kite this one out for a little bit. They're gonna regain some resources, and it looks like they're gonna speed back in with help from Fertile.
It's interesting on this third point that nobody's opting to run the Nano. We see the Reaper and we see that. Oh, but the Nano Rhine's gonna be so big here.
Look at all the space they can take. Cynox 6 is flipped up, and the shatter is massive.
Another shatter!
Oh my god, man. This is just unfair. Deadeye's out from Axis as well as Gino Fran catches a few frags of his own. Gino Fran with a fantastic nano in the first place, then gets a fantastic sleep on the Deadeyeing Cynox 6, and then kills 2 by himself. That's an Ana diff right there. That's exactly what you love to see from the Ana. Rad down to Axis early as well. 4-3 Catalyst, they gotta pull out some magic here. Beats out from Fertile to keep everyone up, and the picks are going the way of WVU Mountaineers. Coalescence, another Coalescence from Midnight Mare, I should say, keeping everyone up. A Wizard Beast with the Death Blossom will go down to Axis, catches no one this time, unfortunately, and the Shatters out, catches Hawkshaw. Brave Monk will not hesitate to dispatch them. But the Brave Monk, with another nano from Gino Fran, I should say, going off. That's 3 for the Brave Monk. They're just brawling this one out. Reluctance is so low. just outside of the hammer range of the Brave Monk. But Brave Monk with another kill. That's 4 for him. Still 3 members of WVU left on the board right now. Grab his help from Hawkshaw. Are they gonna be able to clean this one up? Rad uses the beat. There's the bomb from KO9. Will it catch anyone? It catches 3. KO9. That's a fantastic bomb on the objective, and a 4th for KO9. Shatters out from the Brave Monk. Is it gonna matter though, as Reluctance is dead? Spinox 6 on the Doomfist will get dispatched, and now the point's gonna get pushed in. 1 minute 44 seconds on the clock for WVU.
That's like 4 shatters in a row for the Brave Monk that went off. Uncontested, not blocked. 4 shatters. That was an MTD. That whole final point was an MTD. And you know what? It's hard to say because poor Reluctancy, right? But at the same time, Jinnafran has his gun so far up the backside of the Brave Monk.
I agree.
He cannot die. He is nanoed twice in the same fight.
Yeah, honestly, if you're getting pocketed that hard by Genofran, it's kind of difficult to lose, to be honest. Because all that shield pressure, all that damage, Reluctance is just in a bad spot there. But yeah, Genofran really putting on a masterclass on that Ana. So, yeah, fantastic from him.
Absolutely fantastic play, and it looks like both teams opting to run this brawl here. Actually, at first, it seemed like they were wanting to run the dive, but the Brave Monk has opted to go over to this Reinhardt instead of the Monkey. I think that's a really good pick, and well anticipating into the composition that Catalyst is about to run, as it's the full brawl. Mountaineers still opting for this Moira pick. Seems kind of like old world to me at this point, where Moira's just obsolete currently until at least Baptiste gets a nerf, because Baptiste is just better. And they're going for the cart hold. Great way to burn time. Absolutely, I like this. The hack could be huge. Immediate anti onto Reluctance.
Do they know? Yeah, they do know now. Reluctance, another hack onto him. Wizard Beast is slept up, but is going to be woken up and sent back to his team very shortly. Train, they're still in this train. Brave Monk is still there. Now, yeah, they're gonna. It looks like for the Catalyst, they're gonna address this one. Sino's down first, but the Brave Monk is down to Wizard Beast. There's the anti-nade, and Rad is hacked up as well. Reluctance, is he gonna go down? Yes, to KO9. So, now, yeah, the 4-3 Catalyst, they are going to push this one forward. The spawn advantage is theirs, but look at the anti-nade. Rad down to it. Hawkshaw as well going to get affected by that, but 4-3 Catalyst, again, they got the spawn advantage. Their players are just going to get back faster.
Great way to burn time, though, if you're WV going into that. Not a real fan of how they held the train, but I'm glad they did hold the train because it did burn the time effectively. Axis is still in your backline on the Stomper pick. You have to watch out for it. The Rad is hacked, not going to be able to speed or amp or anything like that, and Reluctance is not looking healthy.
4-3 Catalyst, they're also low, but Sino gets the Brave Monk and the D-Mech onto KO9. Vertile down as well. The members of WV Mountaineers, they're just falling. Wilson very, very low. Catches the flashbang, but will lose his life for it. Axis, 90% to that EMP, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough because 4-3 Catalyst, they're going to cap this point.
Yeah, they make the cap happen, which is fantastic. Exactly the kind of thing we want to see. And now it looks like they're setting up for an early hold here, which I love from the side of WV while they're waiting for this doors to open here. So the point's not really moving right now. That's exactly what you need. As solo Axis gets out with just a sliver of HP, and now they have the Nanorite.
There's the It catches 5. Genofran with the anti-nade. Wilson with 2 with the Deadeye. They're going to clean this one up. Rad down as well. That's a clean team wipe off the back of Axis and Genofran.
Axis, Jinnafran, the Brave Monk. It's like we keep saying these 3 names over and over again, and I wonder why.
I also...
And the force that these 3 are mustering right now, incredible.
Wilson as well, on that McCree, able to get that double high noon to really seal the deal as well. So, fantastic plays from all of them, I will say. If I'm not mistaken, so Wilson was on the Sombra, correct?
No, Axis is on Sombra. Axis is on Sombra and existing in this backline for free.
Yes, yeah, my apologies. I was just making sure I'm not getting the names mixed up, of course. So, Brawl on the side of WV Mountaineers. However, Vertile is on the Brig instead of the Lucio, which is a little bit interesting. However, on the other side of things, that plain old rush, no Baptiste, Midnight Mare are going to opt for that Moira once again.
And once again, we're holding spawn without a Mei. And we're doing it with a Moira, and I don't like it. I don't like it, Octave. They're going for the
The
sneaky
BAP is
approach,
just so
so I
good.
appreciate that. BAP is just so good. May is super strong. Wall them off out of the spawn door and aggress them. You know, WVU's big mistake on this train hold was they just waited in the train for them to push them. In all honesty, they could have just walked the cart in for free at that point. I want them to be aggressive with this offense, with this defense here, and that's a great way to do it. Instant DMAC onto
Oh,
KO9.
KO9 down. But look at the anti-nade!
Oh my-
That catches 5, possibly even 6 if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, no one's going to be able to capitalize on that, however. Gino Fran really putting so much pressure on the enemy team, but not anyone able to capitalize on that just yet. There's another one from him. Both tanks caught with it, and Rad goes down to Gino Fran as well. This man going absolutely insane on the Ana. Wizard Beast is down. The members of 403 Catalyst, they're falling left and right. They're dropping like flies. Now Midnight Mare, the only one left, to just try to stall this one out, will go down. Now 403 Catalyst back to the drawing board for them. Looks, they're gonna get at least probably a couple more fights on this point though.
Probably, but that said, Jennifer had a great position on that high ground. He just kind of looked over them, and nobody really identified it. Hawkshaw didn't, Reluctancy didn't do anything to block the nades going in, and nobody even looked at him. So he was able to get a free pick right at the start of the fight. There is going to be another fight here coming out, though. That's going to be the crucial part, but hopefully they don't land another aid. Oh my god, I'm so glad Reluctancy blocked that one. I would have cried.
Yeah, both teams going to clash on the slow ground now, on the payload. Brave Monk going to keep that shield up. Neither Shatter online yet, but the Brave Monk's getting close. Look at the anti-nade. Look at all the pressure. Rad is down in the Shatter.
Right,
the Shatter from the Brave Monk. Oh my god, it's fat. Brave Monk, 4 kills to his name. That's going to be point number 1 capped. And yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but that big golden box of victory is very close to the door.
I am quaking in my boots if I'm Catalyst right now, and Reluctance is shook. He's shook. He's hacked walking in, and he's shook. I don't know if they're
definitely shook. Coalescence is out from Midnight Mare. Anti-nade, however, from Gino Fran again. Fertile was down to Synox 6, but is it going to be enough? EMP is out. Bomb is out. How many is going to catch? It'll catch 1. Midnight Mare is down, but the members of 403 Catalyst, they're falling. The dominoes are falling, and now the WVU Mountaineers, they're going to push this one in easily, and they're going to catch another map win. 3-0 for WVU Mountaineers.
And it seems like Catalyst, you know, constantly playing the ugly sister and the Cinderella story. They're a great team. We see them do great things against the lower tier teams, and they're kind of like the Atlanta Reign of this league, where they are the guardian of the middle tier. They do great things against the lower tier, and they just don't show up hard enough against the higher tier.
Yeah, I will say they made a couple of the maps there very close. I mean, that last map, it was right down to the wire. But I mean, map number 1 was a little bit of a roll, and I mean, 403 Catalyst, they had to figure something out, and they just were not quite able to get it done. However, WVU Mountaineers, they're going to keep up this streak of dominance. They're going to move up to 6-1, if I'm not mistaken, in those standings. So they're striving to catch that number 1 spot against 4-3 Havoc. So that being said, I am talking about the standings. So how about we look at them real quick?
Absolutely. Before we do that, I gotta say, Octave, these late night games, I think Reluctancy's just getting beat around the bush right now. He got kind of shook early in the match, and then I think there's no shatters blocked in Route 66. We looked at Kings Row, and that's really where the Ryans can shine, and they both went head to head evenly. But then something happened in the middle between Kings Row and Route 66.
I bet you it was Gino Fran on the Ana.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ana pocket was just so invaluable. It's so difficult for Reluctance to block these shatters when he's just constantly under all that stress and pressure that Gino Fran was putting on the team. Like all those anti-nades. Just think about it. Every time the team gets anti-naded, Reluctance, that the shield has to go up. And when the shield's up, it's taking damage, which means the shield is broken just all of the time.
And part of it's that shield being broken, and then as that shield gets broken, it's that mental warfare where the Brave Monk is just constantly winning these fights for his team, and he's just showing up over and over and over again, and Reluctance is just constantly getting bashed around. It's really hard to recover from that kind of a thing, and the Shatters just proved it. They just solidified that game. And you know what? I gotta say, like, if I'm looking at the composition that WV ran, it's literally screw the Rhine. Screw the Rhine. We're gonna hack him. We're gonna stun him. We're gonna anti him. We're gonna sleep him. We're gonna put an Nano Rhine in his face. Screw him.
pretty much
Uh,
the Ana the impact from the Ana was just absolutely fantastic. Now, of course, let's look at the standings. Very quick. We got 4-3 Havoc, of course, still sitting pretty at the top of the standings, 8-0, and no one has quite found the solution to beating them just yet. WVU Mountaineers moving up to 6-1. So they are going to stay in that number 2 position. 4-3 Catalyst moving down to that 4 spot after this loss. Today, 4-3 Nightshade will move up to that number 3 spot.
Absolutely, and between you and me, I think WVU, Mountaineers, and Havoc are definitely solidly currently the top tier teams of this league. You know, Nightshade kind of like looking a little bit stronger these days. You know, they took Havoc to that map 5, so you could put them on the same tier as WV Mountaineers, but they did lose to WV Mountaineers. And we see Catalyst, you know, that stalwart middle guardian where all the teams below it are like 3-0, 3-1 scores against Catalyst, but all the teams above Catalyst, it's 3-0 for those teams. So they are honestly the middle tier guardian.
Yeah, that's very true. Catalyst does very, very well. And for some reason, Catalyst has really been keeping up this pattern of only having 3-0s. They either win 3-0 or they lose 3-0. I think I think every single one of their games so far has been a 3-0. Which is very odd. All of their losses have been 3-0s, and all of their wins have also been 3-0s. So, I don't know if it's some kind of like voodoo curse or something, but it's very odd.
Absolutely, and I've got to mention, like, there's lots of issues with connection, and we saw that, right, where Me98 just absolutely disconnects, and there's some rubber banding there where I think, you know, Reluctancy kind of falls off the map, kind of unlucky, but at the same time, like, it is what it is, and I think both teams got affected. You know, you saw some misplays from certain teams there. I think the big things for Catalyst to take away from this match are things like flanks. They've got to have someone watching the flanks more observantly. And then the other thing would be aggressiveness. It seems like there are times where they sat there, especially on Kings Row, where they just kind of like on their defense. Second time around, they didn't do anything impressive. They didn't take any aggressive angles. They didn't change anything up. It was all very standard. And WVU knows how to beat the standard. You need to throw in a wrench in their plans. You need to change something up.
Yeah, I agree. WVU Mountaineers very, very good at capitalizing on any mistakes. That being said, they are going to take the 3-0 today. And Suspect, now that this game is over, I think we gotta we gotta do our giveaway, because during this game, we hit our 10 sub goal, which means we can give away our Rogue Energy starter kit, which is very exciting. So we are doing two, if I'm not mistaken. Uh,
25 subs.
25 subs, yeah.
Appreciate it. Again, thank you
Yes, thank
so
you,
much to
everyone.
our 25 subs. That goes out to Winsy, Rad, Twid, Prism, Scythe. Thank you guys so much. The support is so welcome here at 413 Esports, and here's our way of showing appreciation to you.
Yeah,
We're gonna give
I agree.
away Rogue Energy.
Yeah, everyone that I know who has bought Rogue Energy has said it is fantastic. And to the winners, whoever wins these giveaways, make sure you give me some feedback, because I have not gotten Rogue Energy yet. I don't know. I don't know. Suspect, does it ship to Canada? Because I don't
It
have
does.
any. I don't have any
It
yet.
does.
So
I can confirm it does. I
you can
have it in
confirm
the
it does.
mail. I have to pick it up tomorrow. Long weekend holiday. Unlucky for me. Up here it's the May 24. I don't know. I don't know if the states have that too, but I have it ready and waiting to pick it up, and I will send you just how to pick it up. I am looking forward to it. Everyone has been talking so highly about the Rogue Energy.
Yeah. Everyone who's bought it has said to me that it is fantastic, that they say they like it a lot. Of course, our one of our producers, Rad, of course, every actually you saw him earlier in the stream today. He says he will not stop raving about how good his Rogue Energy is. So, I mean, if that's not an indication to the quality of these Rogue Energy products, I mean, I don't know what is. So, that being said, we are ready to do our giveaway. We are going to be giving away 2 Rogue Energy starter kits, which means we are going to be drawing 2 names today. Because, of course, we said we were going to be doing a giveaway for every 10 subs we get. Today, we got 25, which means we do 2. So, absolutely fantastic. And we are going to see who is going to be winning that one. Um, All right. It looks like our first Rogue Energy giveaway winner is going to be Zion OW. So, Zion, make sure you can shoot a message over to Rad to claim that gift, that giveaway. So congratulations to you, Zion. And thank you very much because, of course, I see you in these chats a lot of the time. So thank you for your support and, of course, a great reward for that.
Absolutely. And then I gotta go back. I'm still stuck on it, Octave. That Route 66 map, it was such a mess of compositions. I don't know what they were playing. I don't know what was going on. I'm not totally sure. I need someone to explain it to me. Maybe I'm just too tired and I need more rogue energy. Maybe our next winner can share with me. I hope they can, because I'm exhausted.
Yeah,
Coming up
honestly.
next, who's it gonna be, Octave?
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? The winner of our second Rogue Energy starter kit is going to be Shizzy Juice, which, of course, actually just played in this game. Shizzy. So, congratulations to you. Congratulations for winning that Rogue Energy starter kit. Again, same thing to you. Shoot a message over to Rad to claim that giveaway, to claim that prize. So, yeah, with that giveaway being done, we are nearing the conclusion to this fantastic series today. I mean, even though it was a 3-0, definitely no shortage of fantastic plays today, wouldn't you say?
Oh, I would say that whatever they're paying Wizard Beast right now, they need to up it.
I agree.
Absolute mad lad.
Mad.
And it's 3-0 for WVU, so that's fantastic. WVU played amazing. You can't short sell them on any of their plays because they made lots of great plays. But Catalyst, there were signs of life, and it seemed to be an overtime 95% of the time, but there were signs of life there. There was fantastic plays hidden amongst the like tiny little gems in this treasure trove of game, and that's how they usually end up working out to be. So if you're first time tuning in, hit that follow, hit that subscribe if you really love us that much. I hope you do, and catch our next game, which is coming up, I believe tomorrow. There's a game coming up, but they come around every day, almost every other day. Octave.
Yeah, certainly. We do a lot of weekend games. We do a lot of. We are going to be seeing 4 games every week. It used to be 5, but of course, with Batted Overwatch dropping out of the tournament, that means one of the games is going to be a bye every week. So, 4 games per week, and we are heading into the playoffs very soon. So, make sure you don't miss those. And this was our last game of week number 7, so we are heading into week number 8 this week, starting tomorrow. So. Make sure you don't miss any of that, and of course, all of the VODs from our streams are going to be posted over on our YouTube, 413e.com/YouTube. Make sure you go give us a subscription because every single one of those means a lot to us. And yeah, so thank you everyone for the support, and of course everyone who subscribed today. Thank you very much to all of you guys. And we're just about ready to head out. So, Suspect, do you have any parting words for everyone watching today?
If you're first time tuning in, like I said, hit that follow button because it's a fantastic road and rumble and ride. And if you're Catalyst, GG go again. Maybe look at the drawing board and talk about your compositions a little bit. And if you're WVU, keep doing what you're doing because you're popping off. As far as I'm concerned, that was a pretty decent game.
Yeah, I agree. Lots of plays going both ways. Of course, ended in a 3-0. However, and I gotta say, every match from this week was a 3-0. So, a little bit odd there. But that being said, that is going to be the end of our stream. So, this has been Octave, joined by Suspect. So, everyone, have a great night.